Hi, Joe Walsh, your congressman from Illinois 8th. Excited to answer your questions this week. So let's get started. Mike from Grays Lake, great question. Yes, I did vote against the CR this week, and again, I voted against it because I think we've got to be very bold in how much spending we cut. We do need to defund Obamacare. We do need to defund the EPA. What we're trying to do is take a first step or two or three down the road of getting people to think about what their government's doing. Right now we're going after non-defense discretionary spending. We've got to look at defense. There's money that can be cut in defense that won't jeopardize what we're doing in the war on terror. And Mike, we've got to go after entitlements. We have to structurally reform Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security because that's what's driving us off the fiscal cliff right now. So everything we're going through right now is just step one down a long, tough road of restructuring and limiting what our government does. Timothy from Mundelein, again, very good question. You know, it's a good, important, tough issue, and it's an issue America isn't paying enough attention to right now. How is the war in Afghanistan doing? What are we doing? What's the end game? All of that. Look, I'm still of the mind that we've got American boys and girls fighting there. There's a reason why we're there. It's difficult. We need to stay there until the end game comes to a conclusion. What's getting harder and harder every day is figuring out what victory means. That's something we have to flush out. We want to get to the point where the Afghans can defend themselves and where we're sure that Al-Qaeda and the Taliban are not influencing what's going on in Afghanistan. Here's the deal, Timothy. We're engaged in a war on terror. There is a strain of radical Islam that's trying to destroy us. We've got to fight this all over the world. Like you, I'm beginning to wonder if the war in Afghanistan is an effective piece of that war. I think it's a good debate to have right now because I hear from a lot of people who are getting a little frustrated. And I'm starting to get a little frustrated. But I think now we still got to stay the course. And Timothy, just to be specific, no, at this point I can't support HJ Res 49, my fellow freshman classmates' bill to basically pull us out of Afghanistan. We can't do that right now. And one thing we can't do until we flush this all out is pull out right now and set any sort of deadline or timetable as to when we're coming out. That would be the worst thing we can do and the best thing for the folks we're fighting. Brett from Elgin. Look, there are two parts of this equation. We need to cut spending, and we need to, I believe, cut taxes so we can grow revenues into the government. See, the media always gets this wrong. When we cut taxes, government revenues grow. I mean, right now, your Republicans are focused on spending. And again, there's nobody more impatient than I am. This is a good first step. We're going after non-defense discretionary. I know cutting $61 billion may seem like nothing compared to a $1.4 trillion deficit, but it is a step. And we're going to do some beyond that when it comes to spending next. But equally important is cutting taxes and simplifying the code. We should abolish the estate tax. We should phase out the capital gains tax. We need to cut the corporate tax. We need to cut income taxes. And we need to simplify the code because the code is a mess. I'm a fan of a flat tax. Trevor from Island Lake, great question on would I support a federal concealed carry bill? You know, in many ways, yes. This is what's always kind of confused me a little bit on the whole gun issue. I'm a huge states' rights guy, but the Second Amendment is right there in the federal Constitution. I don't know why we leave the Second Amendment up to the states. In many ways, we don't leave the First Amendment up to the states. So even though I'm torn because I so believe in states' rights, look, it's a constitutional right to bear arms. In general, I'd be supportive of a federal concealed carry bill. I'd also be supportive of a federal reciprocity bill, which would enable you to conceal carry in every state. This is an important issue, and it's an issue where, you know, those of us who believe in the Second Amendment, men and women, we can't be afraid to talk about. Great question, Trevor. That's it for this week. Thank you. I'm coming home tonight and going to be home for 9 straight days. We're going to have town halls, Cup of Joes. I'm going to be out everywhere. Thank you.